All right, guys, what's up? I'm back with another recap slash rant. Today we're talking about the Falcons versus the Vikings. And yes, man, y'all see the title of the video. I think Kirk Cousins is completely done after this game, man. To go back to his old team and completely not score a touchdown once again for the fourth game in a row and throw two interceptions. I think they say he's 0-9. So zero touchdowns and 9 picks in the last 4 games. That's absolutely trash, man. This was bad. And he's done, man. There's no way you can come back for this. I think they said after the game, Raheem Morris was like, "Oh, well, Kirk Cousins is the quarterback." I think at that point you have to really look at the coaching and be like, "What are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? You have to really look at it and be like, "Why are you telling everybody that Kirk Cousins is still our quarterback after 4 games with no touchdowns?" Any other team, no matter how much money they being paid, they would have already put somebody else in. And think about it for a second. Today, we got out coached and outplayed. I'm thankful they didn't force the ball to Bijan. You know, I got somebody. I said I wrote down your name, dude. He was like, "Oh, I told you Bijan wasn't the problem." Listen, Bijan is a good player, but I told y'all when we went dimensional, that was a problem. This game, we spread the ball around. We did what we needed to do, but they didn't execute how they supposed to do. We got outplayed and outcoached. We had 12 or 13 penalties this game. That's the most by any team this season. They had 42 points. It was 42-21. That's the most points we gave up all season. We got outcoached and outplayed. We got outdisciplined. We got freaking destroyed in every single category because we didn't show up. I don't think it was just the offense this time, even though Kirk Cousins played bad, but it was the defense as well. This is Jesse Bates' worst game on the team because he was worried about Justin Jefferson, but he should have been worried about, you know what I'm saying? He should have just been, not cheating over, but just play how you see it. So anyway, let me go ahead and get into it, man. But Kirk Cousins, I think he's done. I don't know how Raheem Morris can be like, he's our quarterback. I understand he's getting paid all that money, but that's why you went out and drafted a first round quarterback. The dude is, what they say, how old he is? The dude is like old right now. I feel like Michael Penix put him in the game. He's ready. There's no way. Think about this. This was supposed to be a homecoming for this man, Kirk. Cause it's funny, somebody in the crowd had a shirt that said, "Thank you, Kurt." And the dude's name is Kirk with a Kirk. So I don't know, let me make sure. Dude's name is Kirk Cousins. Yeah, not Kirk. But I think that's funny they made a shirt and it said Kirk. But anyway, there is no way. And I think they also said the reason why Michael Penix did not play in the preseason is because they didn't want they already seen enough and they didn't want the fans to embrace him. And I told y'all that as well. If Michael Penix play and he freaking goes off, Kirk Cousins is done. I think he's already done now. And I told you at the beginning of the season, I don't like where this was going. When we signed him, I wasn't excited because he was never better than Matt Ryan anyway. And I told you about the whole hypocritical thing of him being his age and how he came on the team the same age as Matt Ryan left because they said he was old. But then you bring in an old guy that towards ACL that only had one playoff win and stuff like that. It's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. But during the season, and I'm like, okay, Kirk Cousins, man, as long as he's consistent, he's good. Kirk Cousins can do this. Kirk Cousins do that. By the way, if you see me looking over right here, I'm looking at the stats and stuff like that. But yeah, Kirk Cousins is doing good. He's got to be consistent. Whatever. This game, finally, after 3 weeks, I told you I was forcing the Bijan. We actually spread the ball around. So let me go ahead and show you the stats real quick. Kirk Cousins was 23 for 37, 344 yards. That was money towards the end where he had a little bit more yards. No touchdowns for the fourth game in a row. 2 interceptions. Even though Bijan's, hey, she still got 22 carries. That's way less than before. 22 is a lot, but he had 92 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Algier, thankfully, had 9 carries, 63 yards, and he averaged more than Bijan Robinson. Averaged 7.7 yards to Bijan's 4.2, and they both had touchdowns. And Ray McLeod also had a rushing, one rush this game. Darnell Mooney caught the ball. Ray McLeod caught the ball. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Charlie Warner, and Bijan. So good stuff. They spread the ball around on freaking offense. But Kirk Cousins, when it mattered the most, that's when he threw the picks. We put ourselves in position, by mixing up the plays, but we got outplayed, we got outcoached. And we got penalized more than anybody else in the game. We can't win the game when you turn over the ball 3 times. Raymond McLeod fumbled the ball as well. Kirk Cousins threw 2 picks, and you convert and you do 12 freaking penalties. It just doesn't work like that. Anyway, the defense, Kaden Ellis, dude balled out, man. I like that they was blitzing Kaden Ellis a lot on the defense, but the defense, even though it played the worst I done seen when it comes points wise, I like the packages that they was running. But I feel like the main problem this game is they was too concerned about Justin Jefferson, and they didn't let Eddie Terrell follow Justin Jefferson this game. When he was, they said most of the game, they said only Sam Darnold only threw it to Justin Jefferson when AJ Terrell wasn't on him. He only threw it to him once when he was on him, and that was on some slant. So why not let AJ follow him around the whole field so that won't happen? And why the heck was Mike Hughes on Jordan Addison? In my opinion, D. Alford is better than Mike Hughes. So they should have had him on him, in my opinion. So anyway, I don't know what's up with that, but that's just how they do it. They end up going in. So as far as the defense was, we had a few sacks. K. Ellis had a sack. Matthew Judon had a sack. Eddie Goldman had a sack. Arnold Evan had a sack. The defense did good when it comes to sack, but we was terrible with coverage. So with that being said, let me go into the Viking stuff. Shout out to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, I believe he's going to get comeback player of the year. The dude completely balled out. That's how you freaking play, man. When a dude that you replaced come in your house, it's his house now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking from if, he's a player. Kirk Cousins, this was his game to prove himself. He completely, this is embarrassing, and I pray for this man Kirk Cousins' health, because there is no way, like, that's bad. Like, this is bad. Like, I really pray for this man's health, because everybody been telling you through weeks, man, look, Penix need to come in, you done, let Penix play. And it's like, you know what, let me just get to the home game, let me just go back to the Vikings, let me play there. And you completely stink up the place. And then the dude that you got replaced by broke a freaking franchise record for having 5 touchdowns this game. They said they haven't did that since in 2 decades, since Dante Culpepper was on the freaking team. Just think about that for a second. Dude had 5 touchdowns, 347 yards against you, and you had 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. That is absolutely insane. Sam Darnold threw his dots, man. Complete respect to him. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, as a Falcons fan, I want to win, but this ain't no beat. This ain't no Saints. Nobody in the division. So I'm trying to give these guys credit. Sam Darnold played phenomenally. 22 for 28. It's absolutely insane. 347 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no picks. The dude freaking balled out, man. And Aaron Jones, former Packer, 13 for 73, average 5.6, a touchdown. Cam Akers. Dang, I didn't know Cam Akers on the team. They got everybody and their mama on the thing. On the Vikings. So anyway, Jordan Addison had 8 receptions, 133 yards, 3 touchdowns. I appreciate a team that is not scared to throw the ball down the field. It doesn't matter if somebody was in this man Sam Darnold's face. He was throwing it downfield no matter what. And that was a play where we literally had him for a sack, and he just escaped. And I think last week, Grady Jarrett was talking about how one of the plays he could have had a sack, but somebody escaped. The same thing happened this game. I don't know what it is or why our players just don't want to sack the name quarterback when they need to sack him, but they always escape, man. So good stuff to Sam Darnold. He completely balled out. So yeah, Justin Jefferson, 7 receptions, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. T.J. Hockenson came live in the second half, and yeah, shout out to Josh Mateus. That dude had got a pick. Kirk Cousins threw a bad pass. Fabian Moreau, I believe he used to be a Falcon as well. Shaquille Griffin, even though they tried to make it seem like he was a bum, it was like, oh yeah, Stephon Gilmore out. And y'all know Stephon Gilmore is one of my favorite corners in the league. They was like, oh yeah, he on Shaquille Griffin. Shaquille Griffin is a dog. I don't know why they acting like the man is a scrub. Obviously, he's not Stephon Gilmore, but it's not like he's a slouch. And if anything, if Shaquille Griffin can come in for this game and play how he did against us, I rather would have had Kevin King come in and play the number 2 corner over Mike Hughes, Kirk Phillips, or D. Alford. Even though I think D. Alford is great, Kevin King is a baller. I think Kevin King would have showed up way better than the other guys would have did. So anyway, Van Ginkel always doing what he need to do. Byron Murphy with that one-hand interception is crazy. But other than that, this is how this game went, man. I told you I'm glad we spread the ball around this game, but it came down to the quarterback play, and Kirk Cousins stuck it up. For this is bad. I don't know how you come back from this, man. There's no way that he should be our starting quarterback next week against the Raiders. And I think they were saying Desmond Ritter start for the Raiders or something like that. I don't know how that works, but I don't know if he started for the Raiders or he played for the Raiders or something like that. But if Desmond Ritter is playing for the Raiders and Kirk Cousins end up playing and we losing his Ritter, he should already not even be playing that game anyway. But I feel like if Penix was to go against a team, play him against the Raiders. I don't know if they're trying to wait till we come back home so we can have his first start in the front of the city, which I don't think they should do that because if he does that, I told you Kirk is already done. I don't care how long this man Kirk Cousins contract is. The second Michael Penix hits the freaking field in Atlanta, starting, there is no coming back from that. I'm telling you, there's no coming back for this. Knowing how this city is, trust me, I know I know this city. Knowing how this city is, there Kirk Cousins gonna get booed out the building. They'll be tearing down his jerseys from the Raptors. There's no possible way he's coming back from this. So, yeah. So anyway, bad coaching, bad playing, bad everything this game. It wasn't just all Kurt. It was a team as a whole. I told you I like that we spread it around, but the execution was just terrible. Good stuff to their defensive coordinator. The dude played a heck of a game, heck of a coverage. And we just got to be more disciplined, man. We can't have no freaking 12 penalties. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Yeah, I mean that's all I got. I don't really know what to say, man. Kyle Pitts played like trash this game. They finally tried to throw it to him. It was tipping in his hands. I guess he was like, "Oh shoot, they finally passing me the ball." Like, oh shoot, like that's what I'm saying. I guess these dudes not used to catching the ball no more because I told you for the past couple of weeks it's been Bijan. But Darnell Mooney went crazy, man. 6 receptions, 142 yards. Raven McLeod, 8 receptions, 98 yards. We almost had 2 guys with over 100 yards, and Drake London, 5 receptions for 70 yards. Just imagine those stats, and you still not having passing touchdown. That's absolutely crazy. But you see, we put ourselves in position more to win this game before Kirk Cousins threw that other pick. We was about to come back and win because we were spreading the ball around. We was doing different stuff. We was doing that. We was doing this. And the defense, they was like, you know what? We don't know how to stop it no more. They was able to throw the ball down the field. The defense is not used to people throwing down the field on them. So they kept trying to watch the short stuff, with the CeeDee Lamb screens and the Dak Prescott and all that other stuff. Everybody and their mama has not thrown the deep ball on us the entire season. And Sam Darnold was not afraid to do it. So, anyway, y'all like, subscribe, all that other stuff. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know why do y'all think we lost this game. Yes, Kirk Cousins, it was his fault. He's done with. You don't come into a game and do something like this. This is bad. This is done with. There's no way this man should be starting, bro. There's no way. 4 games, no passing touchdowns, no rushing touchdowns for him. This is it. Penalties or not, controversy or not, it don't matter. This is it. This is why there's no other reason why this man should be playing another game other than, oh, we paid him all this money. Okay, who cares? Did y'all not see what freaking Matt Flynn did when Russell Wilson was on the Seahawks and stuff like that? How Russell Wilson got his start? Matt Flynn had just got a contract. That was back in the old days. Y'all probably don't even remember that. But that was when Russell Wilson came in and did what he needed to do. And they just pay all that money to Matt Flynn. It wasn't no 100-something freaking million, I don't think. But there's no way Kirk Cousins should play another snap as a starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. 4 games is a long stretch. We should have ran away to the division, and now we're number 2 in the division against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's all I got to say, man. Let me know what y'all think. That's it. Like, subscribe, all that other stuff. Hey, yeah, we gone.